What if I told you that the secret to earning true respect doesn't come from what you do, but from how you make others feel? What if I told you that 5 powerful psychology secrets can completely transform how people see you, and you can start using them today? Imagine walking into any room and instantly gaining respect, not because of your position, but because of the energy you bring. What if I told you that just by changing a few key behaviors, you could start commanding respect and building stronger connections? Stick with me, because in the next 60 seconds, you'll discover these 5 psychology-backed secrets that will change how you show up in the world and how others view you. You won't want to miss this. What if I told you that the way you carry yourself physically is one of the most powerful tools for earning respect? What if I told you that your body language alone can speak louder than your words, your actions, or even your achievements? The truth is, how you present yourself physically impacts how others perceive you in ways you may not even realize. Imagine for a moment you're about to walk into a room full of strangers or colleagues. What if your presence alone could command attention, create trust, and inspire respect without you saying a word? The way you stand, the way you look people in the eye, the way you carry yourself in the world, it all communicates a message to others about who you are and what you stand for. Confidence in body language is contagious, and the more you project it, the more others will automatically respect you. Think about the times you've encountered someone who walks into a room with their head held high, shoulders back, and a firm handshake. You immediately feel that they are someone to be taken seriously. This isn't an accident. It's a deliberate choice to show the world you're confident, in control, and worthy of respect. When you carry yourself confidently, you signal to others that you respect yourself, and in turn, they will respect you. What if I told you that projecting confidence doesn't require arrogance or aggression? It just means showing up as your best self and owning your space in the world. When you walk with purpose, make eye contact, and speak clearly, you create an environment where respect naturally flows. Wouldn't it be powerful if you could start using your body language to attract the respect you deserve? What if I told you that the most respected people are not the loudest, but the best listeners? What if the secret to gaining respect isn't in talking more, but in listening more? Imagine this, you're in a conversation, and instead of thinking about what to say next, you focus entirely on what the other person is saying. What if I told you that when you listen deeply to someone, you make them feel heard, valued, and important? That's when respect starts building naturally. Most people talk at others, not with them. But what if active listening, giving someone your full attention, acknowledging their feelings, and showing empathy could be the key to unlocking respect in every interaction? Think about the last time you felt truly heard. The person who was listening wasn't just waiting for their turn to speak. They were actively engaged, nodding, asking questions, and really understanding where you were coming from. That feeling of being heard is what builds trust and admiration. It's not about the words you speak. It's about how you make others feel when they speak to you. When people know you genuinely care about what they're saying, they feel respected and valued. And when people feel respected by you, they automatically give you the same in return. What if I told you that listening with empathy and attention makes you magnetic? People gravitate toward those who give them the space to express themselves fully without judgment. The moment you shift from talking to listening, you become someone who commands respect, not because you dominate the conversation, but because you value and respect others' opinions and feelings. Imagine the powerful connections you could create just by learning to listen with intent and presence. What if today you decided to stop talking and start listening? That might be the game changer you've been waiting for. What if I told you that the key to earning respect isn't about being the smartest person in the room, but about having the courage to set boundaries and say no when needed? What if I told you that the most respected people aren't the ones who say yes to everything, but the ones who confidently set their limits and make choices based on their own values? Imagine this. You're in a situation where you're overwhelmed, overcommitted, and constantly saying yes to others, leaving yourself drained and unfulfilled. What if I told you that the moment you begin to say no to what doesn't serve you, you start attracting more respect, more energy, and more focus in your life? The truth is, most people are afraid to set boundaries. They fear that saying no will make them seem rude or uncooperative. But what if I told you that when you don't set boundaries, you allow others to dictate your life and you lose respect in the process? Boundaries are a sign of self-respect. When you set them, you show others that you value yourself enough to protect your time, your energy, and your well-being. Without boundaries, people will take advantage, overstep, and drain you. But when you create healthy boundaries, you create respect, not just for yourself, but from others. What if I told you that saying no doesn't make you a bad person? It makes you someone who values themselves and their time. By learning to say no with confidence, you start building a life where you are in control and where people respect you for your self-awareness and strength. What if today you started practicing saying no to things that drain you and saying yes to what truly aligns with your values? That simple shift could change everything in your life, creating the space for real respect and personal growth. What if I told you that the key to earning respect isn't about always being right or having all the answers, but about having the courage to be authentic and true to yourself? What if I told you that authenticity is one of the most respected traits in the world? And when you show up as your true, unfiltered self, people respect you not for your perfection, but for your realness? Imagine this. You're in a room full of people, and instead of trying to fit in, trying to impress, or pretending to be something you're not, you simply embrace who you are, flaws and all. What if that is the exact moment people start respecting you? Because they see you as genuine, honest, and self-assured. The truth is, the more you try to be someone you're not, the more disconnected and unauthentic you feel. When you stop pretending and start embracing your true self, you not only begin to feel better about yourself, but you attract the kind of respect that comes from being real. People are drawn to those who are genuine, those who own their weaknesses, admit mistakes, and embrace their unique qualities. Authenticity builds trust, because people know they can count on you to be consistent and true. They respect you for not wearing a mask. What if I told you that when you stop trying to be perfect and instead focus on being authentically you, that's when you'll begin to earn real respect, the kind that lasts, the kind that is built on deep, honest connections? What if today you made the decision to stop pretending and fully embrace who you are? That's where the magic happens. When you show up unapologetically as yourself, the world will start to respect you for who you truly are. What if I told you that the secret to gaining respect isn't about trying to be perfect or impressing others, but about showing appreciation and gratitude consistently? What if I told you that people respect those who recognize the value in others, who take the time to acknowledge their efforts and express genuine gratitude? Imagine this. You're in a room and you notice someone doing something right, whether it's a small act of kindness, a hard-earned achievement, or a simple task being done with dedication. What if you took a moment to genuinely appreciate them, to thank them for their contribution or effort? What if that simple act of showing appreciation could be the key to earning their respect and the respect of everyone around you? We often think that respect is earned through authority or accomplishments. But what if I told you that respect is a byproduct of how much we recognize and celebrate the efforts of others? When you show genuine appreciation, it doesn't just make the other person feel valued. It also shows that you understand the importance of others in your journey, and that humility commands respect. The more you practice gratitude, the more you'll create a cycle of positive energy where people naturally gravitate toward you because they feel seen and valued. What if I told you that gratitude isn't just about saying thank you? It's about actively looking for ways to acknowledge the efforts and contributions of those around you every day. When you recognize others, you open the door to mutual respect. What if today you decided to focus on showing gratitude and appreciating everyone around you? In doing so, you'll be amazed at how much respect you begin to earn just by giving the respect others deserve. What if I told you that the greatest secret to earning respect doesn't lie in seeking validation from others, but in the commitment you make to your own personal growth? What if I told you that the respect you get from others is directly tied to the respect you show for yourself through continuous self-improvement? Imagine this. You're living your life focused on achieving goals, improving your skills, and becoming the best version of yourself. What if, in doing that, you naturally start to earn the respect of others because they see you as someone who never stops evolving? Most people spend their lives waiting for the right opportunity or recognition. But what if I told you that the real respect comes when you take full ownership of your growth and development, and when others see that you are committed to being the best you can be? What if I told you that personal growth isn't a destination? It's a lifelong journey. People respect those who are always looking to improve, learn, and challenge themselves. It's not about perfection. It's about the relentless pursuit of becoming better, even in the face of failure. When you actively work on expanding your knowledge, enhancing your skills, and confronting your fears, you begin to show others that you're someone worth respecting because you hold yourself to a higher standard. What if today you decided that you're not waiting for anyone's approval to become the best version of yourself? What if you committed to continuous self-improvement? Whether it's through learning, practicing discipline, or pushing yourself to take on bigger challenges. That commitment to growth is the foundation of respect, and it's the most powerful way to show the world that you are worthy of being respected, not because of your past achievements, but because of the person you're becoming every single day. As we wrap up, remember this: the power to earn respect lies within you. It's not about what others think of you, but about how you show up for yourself every single day. By focusing on your growth, treating others with appreciation, setting healthy boundaries, and always remaining authentic, you create a life that naturally attracts the respect you deserve. Respect is not something you demand, it's something you earn through your actions, your mindset, and the way you treat yourself and others. Good luck on your journey of self-improvement and building deeper, more meaningful connections. Keep showing up with confidence, integrity, and a commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. Your future, filled with respect and success, is in your hands. Thank you for your time, and remember, when you raise your standards, everything else follows. Go out there and make the world respect the person you are becoming,